up, y'all? It's Eternal Authenticity, tuning in live. I'm outside on the steps, so it might be kind of dark, but y'all can still hear me. Anyways, I'm just doing a sentimental video. Like I've been patching up some stuff, healing my past, making peace with my past. You know, it's some real stuff. This is real life, for real. This is real life. There may be a whole lot going on, problems, television, radio, bills, work, school, relationship problems, etc., etc. And at the same time, it's always amazing whenever we're able to get to a calm point in the day, a cool point in the day, typically at night, typically first thing in the day and at night especially, if not throughout the entire day. But I love especially at night, when everybody in the community is starting to go to sleep, wind down and it's calm. You know what I'm saying? It's not a whole bunch of hoopla, it's not a whole bunch of cars driving around, it's not a whole bunch of people dragging their feet, it's just people finally getting ready to go to sleep, and it's calming, it's quiet, and you know, finally there's some stillness, and like I just was listening to some real deep classical meditative music, after the piece that I was just making with, some stuff I was going through, some love stuff. I had to just be, myself, a real guy, a truthful guy, I really just being real, being peaceful, being loving. And some things are so deep, you know, not everything has to be filmed on camera, of course, but like some of these deep moments, especially when I'm alone, living alone, and I get some deep emotions, good ones, ones of service, like I envision that type of love, that type of amazing deep energy, and giving that to, the first child I have, and the children I have, you know what I'm saying? Because now I'm aware of the sacredness and the deep responsibility and the deep connection and the loving connection it is whenever you have birth, whenever you have children. And, just having that connection with the dogs, the animals I've been taking care of, boarding, and, seeing their personalities, all various personalities, and then, developing a bond, a connection, with them, because they have souls too. All animals have souls. And like seeing them as my own, seeing them as a child, a companion, a wingman, like it brings us down to earth, to be honest, because sometimes we're just caught up with all this extra stuff that we look at a dog or a pet or an animal and they're so chill, they're so calm because they're in the present, and they're not humans, they're not the same as us, They're still a soul. We still need to treat them equally and with respect and peace. And at the same time, like we learn, all of us learn in this whole massive ecosystem. And like, you know, I'm just saying, like, especially whenever you go vegan, you really experience some real feelings, some real emotions, and some real stuff. And it's for the better too, you know. It's real life, and you're becoming more and more aware of things. And for me, I've always been a lover, a dreamer, an imaginative kind of guy. And when you go vegan, that like is the icing on top of the cake, vegan cake, you know, because then it like really digs even deeper into how you truly feel, you know. Your sensitivity improves, which is a good thing. And, you know, you become more mindful of stuff. And for me personally, you know, that's why I'm having YouTube content, because I'm aware that this impacts people in a positive, uplifting way, you know, whatever people are going through. I receive a lot of good energy, good vibes from people saying this helps them throughout their day, they can relate with it a lot. And, you know, it makes sense, because this is a massive world, a massive universe. Earth is many billions of people and life forms. And, just to have someone truly engage with you, 100% love and trust and all that, getting real deep and intimate and sacred is a valuable thing and it's a rare thing, the real stuff is. So like whenever you come across that, of course you want to have all the time in the world, and a lot of us are still overcoming a lot of problems, responsibilities, bills, etc., etc. So it's like it's reality, Of course, the plan and the dream is like where the world kind of slows down and stops, and we have more time, to really, really get deep and speak about some deep stuff about maybe our childhood, our traumas, deep stuff, real deep stuff, where people have a lot of time for each other, because you can see that many people a lot of times are busy. They got work, they got responsibilities, they got stuff to do. So like whenever you do have key moments in your life with your parents, with family members, with loved ones, with friends, whatever, cherish those moments, you know, and continue to experience more of them. It's just like, I'm just saying, especially when you go vegan, like, you really become aware that, hey, every day I'm going out like this is my last, not in the way that you got to fight or anything, but just in the mindset that, I'm making everything meaningful, out of grace. And that's what I'm doing, because, the deepest thing is just personally for eternal authenticity is to be understood, and to be loved. And it starts within ourselves, within us first. And whatever spiritual downloads, visions, dreams, ESP that we have in our higher self or whatever, especially when we're alone, we need to nurture those things and keep them alive, letting go of energy that doesn't serve us, and just having a faith, having a strong awareness and a knowing and a willpower that things will work out, however they're supposed to, whenever they're supposed to, but just going forward, with that, I have open doors, what I'm saying, for all abundance, what I'm saying, and for me, for eternal authenticity personally, the deepest thing is, a deep love, what I'm saying. I feel like everybody deserves that in their own unique way, but, on this side, it's just, I'm worthy of a deep love, and it's real life, what I'm saying, it's real life, and it's awesome when you can, just listen to your heart on certain things. And for me personally, I'm just continuing to work on myself, bettering the relationship with myself, loving myself, because of course it is tempting a lot of times to go out and rush into a relationship, to want to have attention, to have all these friends, likes, followers, money, this and that. And at the same time, it's like, you gotta breathe, and especially with love, of course, especially when it's passionate, it's amazing, but it takes time to build and water and grow. Just like a tree doesn't grow overnight. You don't just plant the seed in the soil and the next day it's just full grown, it's not like that. It's a process. And like, that's what I've had to learn with love. And, at least all the people I've ever come across with, friends, family, whatever, I love you, and I'm looking to keep building myself into that point where, it's understood more, truly. And, they say true love has no judgment. True love is total acceptance. So I'm going forward with that. I don't know how every analytical thing is supposed to work out in the future. I can have a general direction, but it's like I see some beautiful love, coming. And let's say the same thing about the bird in the cage, you gotta let it fly, you gotta let it be free out the cage. And that goes for all of us, for anything, whether it's love life or it's whatever. We're all love, to be honest, but it's just the whole vision of letting the bird out the cage, and like, as it truly loves you, it will come back, and that's something I'm learning and have had to learn, you know, by gaining inner peace, and just being truthful with our love, not holding grudges, not pointing the finger, not holding stuff against, you know, but just being for real. And for me, I have a deep love within me, and it's getting deeper and deeper. And then, you know, the special love, the involvement of love with me is very deep. And I'm just trusting the universe to keep working on myself, improving myself, and I'm desiring to eventually cry tears of joy and happiness as it comes naturally, because I'm worthy of true happiness and peace within myself and love within me, as well as supporting me. And that's what I'm having to say. I'm here. I'm here. People know how to reach me. People know how to reach eternal authenticity of all kinds of people, you know. And that's it, you know. I'm just grateful for the great love I've gotten, especially since I've gone vegan. And they know who they are, too. You know, they really know who they are. And I'm grateful for you. And, you know, it's in the universe's hands. People say God's hands, universe's hands, whatever. It's in the universe's hands. It's an internal thing. But just know the love I have is eternal and it's everlasting. So whatever's meant to be will be. I'm out, y'all.